Inspiration is a rule in a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that allows the Dungeon Master to reward players for roleplaying and actions that elevate gameplay and make a session more fun for everyone. Players with a point of inspiration can roll with an advantage on ability check, saving throw, or attack roll of choice. Hey, that's okay, but listen me. Does that really motivate your players to gain inspiration points for roleplaying and doing interesting stuffs? If answer is yes, that's great. You probably have group of experienced players or maybe players who understand that advantage is pretty useful for them. But for my players and melee newcomers, it wasn't doing the job. You are on the city street. There is a shop next to you with this sign hanging above with the John's weapons written on it. In front of this shop is a broken cart full of hay. There are some trees and some people walking on the street. Yeah, and you notice a dwarf near you that is walking with two dogs on a leash nearly as big as him. They look pretty tough. Unfortunately, a few orcs shows up at the end of the street, immediately yells at you something in Orcish and starts to run towards you with their axes in their hands. What do you do?
Well, what can I do? I shoot one of them with my bow.
Yeah, like, it's okay. But don't you want to make something, I don't know, cooler?
Well, okay, I got spear. Can I throw that on him?
Yeah, of course you can. Crazy. Well, first thing, there is nothing bad about this scene, of course. You and your players are supposed to play the way you like it and enjoy this time together. But I wanted to force my players to be a little more active, creative, and to make them try to use things in an environment I described, or even work with some things I didn't put in the scene, but it's likely to be there. So what to do? They don't really care about advantage for inspiration, like, yeah, sometimes someone use it, but they are not really motivated to get it. So my idea was to let system of getting inspiration points the same as it is, because I want it as a reward for role-playing or making up some creative ways of how to deal with the situations, but I made it into something like currency, and that's the moment where it starts to be interesting for players. Now we need to create some kind of merchant that will sell some cool stuffs in an exchange. Here, let's be creative. It can be some kind of ghost or spirit that will once per 2 or 3 sessions appear to the players and offer them this deal. Or what about mysterious old man with his card of mysterious stuff that will once per time meet the players on the road? Hey, and what about evil entity that's going to visit your players in dreams once per time to offer them some cool stuffs or weapons in exchange for pieces of their soul? Inspiration points can be definitely something like that. In my last campaign, homebrewed around Ravenloft setting, I had this Rudolph Bilosh, just normal halfling, always smoking his pipe and appearing in different shops and situations. Once he appeared in a little cave that has this curtain hanging in entrance, and when players were going around, there was a sound similar to wolves growling coming out of there. So players ready to fight enter this cave and figure out there is their old friend just choking on some food. I wanted to make him a little funny, and I was reading this world book just a while before I created him, and this was one of most favorite characters in my games, not just because he was selling cool stuffs. So it's up to you and your creativity. Make something cool, mysterious, or just a regular looking halfling, maybe? Now, what is the deal? This is the crucial part. Here you need to interest your players. In my case, I thought about what my players would find really useful or cool to use. But that's because I know those people really well, I know what and how they play. So my first recommendation is to look on some rare equipment in D&D books. If there is something nice, you know it would work, but you think it's too overpowered, just make it a little bit weaker by making this item old so it's a little weaker, or it can have limited uses and then it breaks. Like, there is a crack in this magic bow that can do this, and because of that you can use it just 5 times and then it breaks. Rudolph offers you this for 5 inspiration points. This really works for me and people really want to make these deals. Try this and be creative. Next things are consumables. Check the books for some cool consumables. For example, there can be some enhanced life potions, but well, that's not so cool, right? But what about breaking the rules a little bit and make, I don't know, let him sell some potions to recover spell slots? Is that a thing in D&D? Honestly, don't know right now, but I guess you get the idea. You should consider arrows of some interesting effects. You can find a lot of ideas for arrows online or just use AI, right? So now you probably understand this idea. Make it worthy for your players to earn inspiration points, and believe me, they will if you sell them this idea the right way. Me and my group, we are not some kind of hardcore players. We want to have fun, and this mechanic helped both sides. I love that players want to earn inspiration points. They are asking things like, can I get inspiration for this thing I made? Hey, what do you say? I played this nice, right? And they are happy they can buy cool stuffs for their hard-earned points. And that's all for today, I guess. I hope you got some inspiration from this video, and I hope your game sessions will generate more and more fun for you and for your group. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and consider subscribing. And let me know in the comments what you think, and if you and your games are using some similar rules. So yeah, bye!